Okay, here we go, new video. It's actually been an extremely long time since I recorded my last one. Or not extremely long, it's been actually like a week. I had so many pre-recorded videos, and I had so many pauses between those posts that I just I still have a few pre-recorded videos actually. I have like two. One has been edited, the other hasn't, needs a thumbnail. The one that's been edited needs a thumbnail though. Anyway. Let's finish off this chapter. Also, I looked at my last video, the one before this. I have an incredibly dramatic intro. Really strange. Let's go. Ah, yes. This case seems clear-cut, but there's so many little things. At least I'm not the person being accused this time. So is everybody ready to what? I haven't done a voice in a while. Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah. Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember, dude?
Come on!
Kidding. I'm just kidding. How can I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go ahead and drag her out okay and screaming. Just one moment, please. Ah, you beautiful, beautiful bear. And just in a moment, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him he didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you trying to kill her around. Terrible. You're terrible. Well, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then. We'll go to the elevator. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, boy. Let's do it. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chiro. Chiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle. So calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. You're my ally, so I give you plenty to work with. So is how far your logic can take you.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm so work itself out. Justice always prevails. Right, bro? Now, here's the theory I got. So in the intro to the game, you know, there's like a character introduction, there's two in each spot. The first two to be that you could see was Leon and Saka, person who was murdered, and the murderer. And the second introduction was Chiro and Kirataka Ishimura. I have a funny feeling that he might be the murderer. I kind of hope it's not the case, only because I've watched that intro multiple times, and if it's true, it means I kind of spoiled myself. But then again, it also showed Yashiro, I think is his name, and Junko. So maybe not. No?
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performs its heinous acts on a weaker individual. Hello.
Oh, very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit it, being in 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, the idea of 3D makes me cringe. And you,
Shall we go?
shall we begin? Yeah, I guess. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart just starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Hey, if there's one thing we know, next time, when we go up, we're gonna have one less person. Oh boy, oh boy. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I've decorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. You're a raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so will the curtain open once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yeah, boy. Now actually took a look at this out. Very nice. Set skills? I did get a new skill. Algorithm, what's you? Okay. Do you have any other things? I don't have Melda's voice. Huh. These skills are set, right? Yeah. Any handbook? Here's preparations. All rise for the class.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Thanks, man.
If you can figure out
Who done it?
then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Thanks, man.
Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
First, you have to make clear what was used to deliver the final blow. If I were to guess, it'd be the dumbbell. Yeah, dumbbell. That's my bulletproof.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Indeed.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Ah. You think you have some proof we can't lose worse? Anything about one more time. There must be a contradiction. That's in the statement somewhere.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Get messed on.
No, it's wrong.
Haha. I mean, you're pretty stupid to think it was
Can
my
we
pipe.
agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
I mean, you don't have to be smart to figure that out.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Jeez.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Thank you.
You looked at her head wound?
You didn't?
That's so creepy!
It's called an autopsy. Eggman looking.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Yeah, there's room for doubt.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
We know this. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. We know jack shit about him. Did he really kill Chiro? New element is bad or not? Oh, come on. Wait, what?
The culprit is
Genocide Jack.
I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why?
Oh.
What makes it impossible?
Well,
Huh?
I mean,
I don't know what that does. I didn't see anything.
there's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Oh. You stupid. I think Baka's sold him in the archive. One look at that and anyone will be convinced. This was a boost, the work of Genocide Jack. Yeah, I know
The
this.
culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
There motherfucking is.
Hey, so,
I never
speaking of
saw.
Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
You didn't. Focus gouge, concentration. Purple. Oh, I see. I sneaky really noise.
The culprit is Genocide
Jack. I'm sure.
Oh, okay, so I accidentally clicked that.
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
There is proof, you little. Oh, you did nothing.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
And I'm not gonna get shot in the head because of it.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Hey, can I remove your criminal record or something? Well, again, just being a biker gang member doesn't mean. But if you're the leader of all biker gangs in Japan, you gotta have some dirt on you, so.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
I am disappointed in you, fanfic man.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, what's the world at large doesn't know. It's not mistaken as to position in the body. How the victim is positioned? No. How the victim is positioned.
I got it!
I'd like to note, though, that there were also like
Apparently, in
scissors
every
in
Genocide
Princess
Jack
1.
case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
We're gonna like forget the fact that all of them were stabbed with like had multiple knives sticking out of them. It may not be related though.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Yep.
So,
Wait.
how did the culprit
Oh,
know
no.
about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
I just think I might have found some more ammunition for my case on our moral compass. He seems to have some ties with law and order. It wouldn't be exactly unlikely that he knows about this.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
Yeah, but it's I can't get that feeling. Like there's so many hints. If I saw he's law and order, so he know. At least I assume he is. And then there's like the intro, which I honestly hope isn't true. It predicted the first death, right? At the same time, though, it did predict the death wrong. So
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
I'm somewhat doubtful.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Don't worry, rub your two brain cells together, you figure out it eventually. It's a riddle for sure, but I don't feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that it's not just one person, but multiple people, right? ADD or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Hangman's Gambit. Oh no. B. What is this supposed to be? Oh, SPLIT. Split. No, that would be SPLIT. SHIT. Skit. I don't know what that is. Oh, skits. Schizophrenia? Ah, no. D. I'm dead?
Now I understand.
Oh no, I did it. I'm also like
Is it
on
because
death's
Genocide
doorstep.
Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
Yeah, you said it out loud.
They thought that the suspect might have what did they call it?
No, it was DID, not
Dissociative
ADD. Why'd
identity
I confuse those two?
Oh, okay.
I'm no expert.
But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The only thing that shows Toko would have to do with behavior, the behavior changed, I guess, fainting. Oh, I got
You're
her.
talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have had it real hard when she fainted. Well, I feel like a what? I've been here bottom. Your truth and web lie. This is quite concerning. I mean, it sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
It's just... just something about it.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah, it's not like she didn't say that maybe 5 feet away from you. You got water in your ears? I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
Because I'm smart.
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Oh.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
That's a pretty big red flag, but I'm still not completely convinced. Although she still could be Genocide Jack, so... Never know.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh no.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
It's almost like people can go back on their word. It's amazing how that works, isn't it?
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
See, pretty much exactly what I said.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep a promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Damn savage, go easy on it.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Useless!
I hate you.
I mean, this is completely unrelated to what's happening now, but I mean, I don't think anyone here really likes you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Come on. Come on. Oh, her body went backwards on that. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What is that supposed to be? You just look like you have a really big jalapeno in your mouth.
What the heck?
You might want to move seats.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
You have, like... How is that tongue possible?
What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
What happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Would hate to be you, mister. At least Leon's already dead.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
At least he won't be killing anyone, because you can beat her ass.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know.
Fair enough.
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Here's a theory. Is he like the writer as well? Like, Toko doesn't actually write the books, he just lets Genocide Jill out and she writes them for her? Because it seems to be a lot more poetic. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is still less annoying than normal Toko. This is beyond insane, I mean.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
It's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Yeah, they seem pretty useless.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
I guess on a certain level, but I wouldn't say everyone.
Just kidding again!
Yeah, because like animals and plants, if they can really feel pain, sure, theorized.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
I still think it's
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
I wouldn't say it's embarrassing per se.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Yeah, you tend to sell us books when you're convicted of murdering thousands of people, though it is a split personality, so you never know how it goes.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
It's obviously you. Like, I have so little facts, but you're the only other person.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre
Was it the lack of
fashion.
scissors?
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but sometimes still bother me. Yeah, me too. But she said, I need to get some more details about all this. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
There's something missing here.
No, that's wrong.
It's been stabbed so many times.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Yeah.
Huh? How's it any different?
It's the fact they're all cosplaying as porcupines.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
I think I like.
I murder with passion and conviction.
I kind of prefer this to regular Toko, not gonna lie.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
A cheap knockoff.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. You see a clear difference.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
You know, honestly, you might be able to go out with her. She couldn't really hang you up with scissors. You have a chance.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
Yeah, she was killed in the boys' room.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Pesto's okay.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
One's a lot more tasty and one's cooking.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I'm sorry, Kyo Taka, you're being pretty sus. That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the first of the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you see a clear difference. What was used to suspend her?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrist.
An extension cord in particular.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
The previously mentioned scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
So we are safe. She doesn't have a collection of scissors. Just keep scissors away from her, and she's like just unequipped. She can't do anything.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide jack
It
case.
is the fact that they're all male.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. Was a pattern found in genocide jack case, and Chiro didn't really fit it? You look at the names of a victim, what you notice is... Think figure out. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, because 2 years ago.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the genocide jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Kanada 32, Tetsuo Honda 17, Sujoi Gaku 23, Kano Isi 14, Takashi Yodasha 30. I am butchering these names, I'm sorry. Kamata Tera, Takafumi Kono, Yujita Nocha, Tekshi Masume, Yoto Yujijima, Yujinjima. There was no end to it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Hey, let me just say, hey, that is probably a good thing we found you out, or else, why am I forgetting his name? Mr. Rich Man here was probably in danger, not gonna lie.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
You're still a simp, you know, right? I mean, you're like a different breed of simp. I mean, you're not doing things for them, you're just doing things to them, things which are particularly unwanted.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
That is true.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Bucky, yeah, that's Bucky. Was he not gonna be one of those cute little men that you're gonna kill?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival.
Aww.
And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
You don't have any here.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Yeah, the scissors enthusiasts really like him or something.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, come on. You have scissors. Oh, shit.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
We need to lock her up when she gets, when this is over.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Knots aren't hard. Just do a random one. Oh, yeah, it's...
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There was one person who could have copied Genocide Jack cases. Wait. Could it? It could be Bakia. Someone who knows.
Here's
No.
my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
I honestly thought it could have been Taka.
Are you
Take it.
saying Mr. Togami did it?
He was acting pretty sus in that episode. The episode before last.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Ooh.
He rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
Yeah.
I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I guess it isn't Taka.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Episode 9.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Locker rooms. It's suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It's raining outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll move the microphone a little bit closer. Oh god, it's a storm today. It seems no one searched the locker rooms. Let's start off the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I'll move the microphone back. The rain's died down. Yeah. 1 second, I'm gonna check something. Oh, yeah, okay. That microphone stopped working for a second there.
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
Yeah.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear quantity of someone back there, just make it clear to everyone. Enrollment, yes. Oh, I pushed not at all. Absolutely. Next one, add something called Truth Class back. If you have a weak spot and hold down the Y button, then you memorize that weak spot. Ah. If you change the truth bullet, it will disappear. Oh no. However, you can still use its flashback feature as many times as you want. You must know how to answer to a lie or contradiction in your little truth bullets. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to your case. It's most time they use a flashback, I just keep your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I would say if you don't use a flashback, you'll be refuting anything. Well, good luck and have fun. Yeah, it sounds too risky if I lose a bullet.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body.
1 second. Marking the file 2. What is this? 2 a.m. Yes, was found in the girls' locker room at 2 a.m. What I just discovered in the second floor. Blunt orange.
But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the...
Just shut up, man.
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What?
Just kill us.
I wish you took me with you.
It's empty, man. Brock's comments about Chittle being Dill, I notice there's a clear contradiction there. This doesn't make any sense how you know him before we found it. I don't get it. Exactly.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before you found the body.
I didn't mean to do that.
Shoot!
Wait, so I see.
So, you said Byakuya was acting
Basically, I'm supposed to use... It's weird. Turns to like a puzzle game.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Because she wasn't killed in there?
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Baguio's attitude? Like he doesn't even care. I'm calling him, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past
Yeah, because all of them are
genocide
guys,
incidents.
and this one isn't.
The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference in this case and just saying Jack murders, given that Baki is responsible, hidden in there. What can it be? I don't know. Riddles. Well, yeah. Oh, the extension cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Right about his picture.
Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
It's extension cord.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Shoot!
Obviously, somebody else
must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro says it was some kind of rope.
No, it wasn't.
It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get...
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
It's your extension cord.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say...
Extension cord?
That extension cord?
Haha, exactly.
What? An extension cord?
It's pretty obvious, man.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Yeah.
Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
You killed her in the boys' locker room.
I intentionally made it look like
You just-
Genocide Jack was behind it.
You just want to make it seem like you didn't go in there because, you know, if you did, you would have got shot full of holes. But I know where you really killed her.
Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm. Totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya is the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
They find who was killed in the boys' room,
Is
but
that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Jira's body was definitely found in a girl's locker room, but does that mean... Can we just accept what Byakuya said is the truth? No, I don't think so. The scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
The poster, the carpet, the dumbbell. I don't know what dumbbells can do, but
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
You're about to see why.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? The story suddenly moved to the crime scene. Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
And then so that the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that switched between the boys' girls' locker room. Yeah, boy. No. Is it? Oh. Okay. Evidence that shows it. Well, something that was switched for certain. You?
I got it!
I mean, the mattress would have done
Proof that she
something.
was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Ooh hoo hoo.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker
The
room.
carpet.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it!
Yeah, boy.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
I'm seeing blood down on it.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
To eliminate half of the place, to eliminate him from being a suspect.
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Check out ebook.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Joe may have gone to the boys' locker room somehow. He just let some bucket out of him. An e-handbook. Or he took the broken handbook and used it. I don't know.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer.
Oh, actually that works. That would actually be a good idea.
Sure, that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
I missed.
If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Technically, if Chihiro was ever used Leon's handbook, she could get into his locker room. But yeah, it's broken.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have. No, I don't.
She used the thing that was in the main.
Huh? What?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yeah, boy. Mama boy.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Nope.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words,
stealing one.
You could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker
I
room.
mean, Bucket could just
So I guess so.
let her in. He's not lending it. He's just opening it. Well, no. They said no one can piggyback.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? She was killed in the girls' locker room and Bucket's the one who did it? Really? I could still, like, there's a slight chance it's still him. But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Thanks.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Oh.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very
Better not be boring.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let's do it. Before we even knew what happened, the class trial had been put on hold. We had off Koito in the lead. Once he took us was... Is it her room? No, it's here again.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Want to check it out again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her.
No, you little shit.
Using our hand.
No, wait.
It's
Okay, you're good.
probably best if I don't run my...
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl
Exactly.
examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
I didn't mention, if I didn't mention this before, but he looks totally like a Pokemon gym leader.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro.
Putting our hands together, we play our Sakura. Then in the end, it quickly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? What?
Jeez.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
What's not possible? Sakusai was so wildly chills that was formed. The massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
a boy.
Interesting.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
That makes sense. Like I thought it was just Leon's thing would break, but this makes more sense.
You're joking, right?
This one, if this is, but if this is true, isn't it like not disqualify what's her face?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Also, wait, what's her face? The person who examined her first?
Then... it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
It does bring you back as a suspect, though. But then again, you're saying like you didn't do anything. So was the thing actually broken, though?
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Dun, dun, dun. What a massive plot twist this time. I mean, yeah. I didn't expect this. Oh, by the way, this outro was recorded like a month after this video was, so I'm just looking back, recording this, editing this video way late. Like, so incredibly late. I uploaded that Minecraft video, but so far it has quite literally like 0 views. But enough about me complaining about my view count. Plot twist, very nice. Oh, and for the rest of the game, I'm probably gonna just use they when referring to Chihiro, because I don't want an angry Twitter mob to come after me. It's a topic I don't really talk about much. I mean, because I have much exposure to it, so I really don't have too much of an opinion on it. But out of like simple respect, I'll just use they pronouns because in the future, it just makes more sense to me to use this. Gives me the enough of that. Anyway, hope you like this video. It had a fun twists. I have like I'm so late on this, and I had absolutely no reason why. I had like freaking 2 weeks worth of just free time, which I did nothing. I wasn't even playing my computer. I was just doing nothing. Enough of me complaining about personal life. Not really personal. It's just, oh, I'm so lazy. Anyway, let's stop this video and see you next time, and bye.